Yo, welcome to the Vibe Providers podcast. I'm your host, Kaitlyn.
And I'm your other host, Missy. And today the vibe we're providing is magical.
Magic.
Guys, me and Kaitlyn, just us, went to Disneyland.
Just adults.
We Disney adulted.
Yeah, we did.
And
Real hard.
I will say, after I went to Disney with my family, and I hadn't been to Disney in a long, long time, I came back and I told Kaitlyn, I think I get the hype.
Yeah.
I think I get it.
Yeah.
And then she was like, it's so fun. We should go. And then you went with your mom.
Yep.
And you told me all about it, how you went very hard for one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of want to do that too.
It's so fun.
So I was just like, so what if we went? And she was like, so what if we did? And I'm like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
So we planned and we went.
Yeah. So we went for 2 days. We did Disney California Adventure. We did Disneyland. And we were park hopping.
Yeah.
We were hitting both parks.
A lot. We
Yeah.
hopped a lot.
We got our hopper ticket. Well, Missy bought a hopper ticket and she got her money back because she was hopping so much.
So today's episode is a life update, but also we're just talking about all of our Disney things. So if you're a Disney person, this is episodes for you.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about our food,
Yeah.
favorite rides.
Or if you're planning on going, take notes.
Yeah.
Because we
did a lot of things.
No, we did so good.
So we were there during the Lunar New Year Fest. So we did eat a lot of Lunar New Year food.
Yeah.
That we maybe wouldn't have otherwise been able to eat.
Yeah.
So that was pretty fun.
Yep.
So I say first, let's talk about our food.
Okay.
I feel like for me, the big lead up to Disney was I was looking at the food.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at all these things. Look at what's new.
Yeah.
Look at what
Missy is a foodie through and through.
I want to try everything that's new.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Not just at Disneyland.
No, true.
I come by Kaitlyn's house and they're always like, should we get Jimmy John's? And I was like, why would we do that? There's so many options. So I was looking. I was looking.
Yeah.
So top foods.
Okay.
What's some of your top foods that you ate?
Okay. Weird enough, it was actually a drink.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I still be thinking about it. It was like a strawberry lemonade cold foam crunch.
Yeah, I had like strawberry shortcake crumbles on top.
It was so good. I literally was trying to force everyone to drink out of it, but like some people are weird about drinking other people's drinks. And like I am that way unless you need to try this because it was so good. I'm going to pull it up.
So we met up with your friends.
Yes.
And we went to, it was at the Hungry Bear Diner.
Yes, we love.
And I don't know what it was called, but it seems seasonal, maybe Valentine's-ish.
Yeah, I'm hoping they keep
maybe
it
springtime
for forever.
Yeah. And I did try, and it is good.
It was so good.
I think that the top kind of seemed like a Cool Whip, but maybe a little looser than that.
Yeah.
And then it was topped with like strawberry shortcake. Like if you're imagining the strawberry shortcake ice cream bars, it tasted like that on top.
Yes. Okay. Strawberry shortcake lemonade, and it was simply lemonade, Minute Maid, strawberry smoothie, sweet cream topping, shortbread crumbles, and strawberry dust.
It was good.
I'm taking a screenshot of it because it's so good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put them up.
But I will say, Hungry Bear is like actually one of my favorite places to eat. They always have seasonal foods, but they also have like yummy foods.
Their fries are good.
So I like to go there for any meal. So anyways, just so you know, take notes. Hungry Bear is actually a bomb place to eat any time of day.
Yeah. My favorite bite of the 2 days.
Yeah.
Was our quesadilla egg roll.
It was so good.
This is a Lunar New Year food, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was an egg roll that had birria and cheese inside, and you dipped it in a little consomme.
Yep.
It was phenomenal.
So good.
But I will say my second one, which I didn't list because I'm like, it's kind of the same. We also tried the birria tacos that are at Cocina Cucamonga.
Yeah.
And they're there all the time.
Yep.
They're right on par.
They've been there for
freaking
years.
Good.
Yeah, you can always
getting those.
Yeah, you can always get those.
I might be like heading over there every single time to get those.
Yeah.
I might hop just for that.
As you should.
Because they were so good.
No, they were really good. But another thing that we both liked, which was one of our first Lunar New Year foods, was the beef and broccoli served over fried rice.
Yes, and it does not sound exciting.
No, but it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, beef and broccoli can be a little...
I don't know why. I know that Disney has a rep for good food.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I just assume that food like that, beef and broccoli, fried rice, that it's going to taste bad.
Yeah.
I was prepared for it to be mediocre, and it was pretty great.
No, it was...
If they served it at the Chinese food place by me, I'd get it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. My next one is Harbor Galley cookies.
They always hit.
They're so good.
They are so yummy and so soft and so warm.
They make mini cookies. They're just little chocolate chips, and they're warm, and they're delicious, and I can't... There's nothing else. It's just, they're good.
If Disney opened a bunch of stores all over the United States and only sold hot mini chocolate chip cookies along with seasonal ones occasionally,
Amen to that.
they would literally run every cookie thing out of business.
Yes, mini cookies are better than giant cookies.
Yes.
We were there with my family when I took my kids. We went during Christmas time, and they had a mini gingerbread cookie with a little gingerbread whip.
Yep.
It was phenomenal. They were so good. They were better than the chocolate chip ones, in my opinion.
That's crazy.
I'm a gingerbread girly, but everything from Harbor Galley, those cookies are freaking yum.
Yeah, Harbor Galley is also another place. They always have like sourdough bread bowls with different like soups and chowders.
Yeah.
And then I think they actually have like lobster rolls and weirdly enough tuna salad,
Tuna
right?
salad. We talked about it because who's getting
We
tuna
did.
when they're at Disneyland? Nobody.
Another thing that we ate, it wasn't in the park, but it was at downtown Disney. So it's kind of good that if like you're down that way but you don't have tickets, no worries, because you can go to downtown Disney and you can get this. But it's Salt and Straw ice cream. I personally love Salt and Straw.
It was new to me.
Yeah, and I was hyping it up to Missy, like, Missy, we got to get a scoop. Like, it's so good. You're going to love it. But then I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but when you're hyping something up so much and you're like, well, it actually just is ice cream.
Yeah.
Like,
you're like, let's not get our hopes too high up.
yeah. So then I'm like, maybe I hyped it up too much.
No,
and then
you didn't.
Missy will eat it and be like, yeah, that's good.
You did not hype it up too much.
No.
It's phenomenal ice cream.
And it makes the whole area smell good in downtown Disney, like where it's at. You will walk and you're like, oh, they're making waffle
It's some
cones.
of the best ice cream I've ever had, I think.
Same. I think it's the best out there.
One, it's loaded with fillings.
Yes.
Like, if you're getting brownie ice cream, it's half brownies, half ice cream.
Yeah.
It's freaking delicious.
I'm
thinking about it. I'm going to get it. Next time I be there, I'm getting it.
And the crazy thing is they always have like their core flavors, but every time you go, they will have another menu. So like when me and my friends first went for our birthday trip last year, they had like cereal type ice creams.
Yeah.
So like my friend got one with like Lucky Charms and then another, so when we were there, they had like a lot of vegan flavors, which is good for the lactose people.
Right. And you tried one and said it was pretty good for dairy-free ice cream.
No, it was. So anyway,
Which is hard to find.
Yeah.
That was a highlight for sure.
Yeah, it was. It's exciting when you hype something up and then the person's like, I see it. I get it.
Yeah.
And you told me that.
Okay. That was our top food.
Yeah.
I will give a special shout out to the cheesy garlic bread.
Oh.
Because that's pretty darn delish.
I will love that till the day I die, so.
And the mini corn dogs, they hit hard.
Yeah. Those are like...
They're not special, but they're good.
They're always there.
Yeah.
Like, they're always a favorite, but like we had to talk about the ones that we didn't know were good, were good.
Okay, next, top rides.
Rides. I'm a ride warrior.
I love rides. Kaitlyn loves rides more than I love rides. Kaitlyn loves thrill rides.
I'm trying to go upside down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drop.
And I think that I've aged out of that. I don't know what happened to me. I like a thrill ride.
Okay.
I like a roller coaster.
Yep.
But I think I have less stamina for them than I used to. Kaitlyn is like, I could do this all day. And I'm like, one time was good.
Yeah. I could ride Guardians like all day long and be like, this is so fun and crazy. I love.
I was at the end of Guardians, so I'd never been on Guardians. This was my first time. And I thought it just went up and then down. Oh, it does not. It does a lot of dropping and a lot of upping and downing. And at the end, I was a little seeing stars. I was like, my brain is not used to going up and down so many times.
That is so crazy. That is so crazy to me.
That was a crazy ride.
Oh.
I was very surprised.
Okay, but tell them about your top ride.
My top ride. And this is a ride I did not get to go on when I went with my family because my husband got sick and I was like, I'm not going on it without him. And we got other things.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. It's one of those very popular rides you can't fast pass on. You just have to wait it out.
Or you have to pay like $19.
Or you have to pay extra money to fast pass it.
Yeah.
Which I'm not about.
No, me neither.
So we did it. We waited in line. And let me tell you, it is awesome.
Yeah.
It is the coolest ride. I literally had my jaw on the floor.
No, I was like watching Missy while Missy watched the ride.
And I do love Star Wars. I'm fully invested in the Star Wars universe more than a lot of things. Like I can give or take on Marvel, things like that.
Yeah.
But Star Wars, I've watched all the things. I've seen it all. So I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And there's a spot where you go in and you have full-size AT-ATs.
Yeah.
And I was in awe.
Her job was like the jaw was on the floor and she was just like looking up at these things like, oh my freaking gosh.
Disney did it to me. They're like, you're in this world now.
No.
And I'm like, I believe it.
Yeah, you are. And like even waiting in line when they're like telling you what color like thing you're gonna be riding in, it's like you're in the spaceship, they're being mean to you, you are a prisoner of war, whatever they call those, like whatever you are,
and you walk into that like big room with all those stormtroopers. It feels pretty awesome. It's a cool ride. I did know there was a drop on it, so I was not so surprised. But Kaitlyn was like looking at me like,
I was like, I wanted her to be like, what's going on, but she knew.
Oh,
Missy always knows.
It was such a fun ride. Like I'm gonna top priority that one.
Yeah, when you go with your family next.
I do think that if you're not a Star Wars person, it maybe is a good ride.
No, still good ride. I've never seen Star Wars. I don't know anything about Star Wars. I know there's good guys, bad guys. I know the black guy is bad and the white guys are bad.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is probably okay.
Right.
And I still have a blast on that ride.
It's a good ride.
Yeah.
But if you love Star Wars, I honestly don't know if there's a better thing to ride at Disney.
No, for real.
I'm so bummed we didn't see it the first time when we were all there. Because my kids will like it too.
And Star Wars Land is cool.
It's very cool.
It's very like you are in the world.
It's immersive. Okay, Kaitlyn, what's your favorite ride?
I always be hitting up Space Mountain first. I feel like the people I go with must be so awesome and nice to me because it's like that's my first ride of the day every time I go.
Yeah.
I love Space Mountain. It's so fun. I love when a ride has a picture on it. And so I love seeing the pictures
true.
at the end. And then I would say like my all-time favorite ride at the park is like I always want to say Space Mountain, but low-key I think it's Guardians because it's so fun.
It's very fun.
I love it. The music is so good because they're just like I don't know if you heard the music.
No, I was panicking the whole time. I didn't even see the people doing things in the videos. I was panicked.
But it's Star-Lord's like cassette tape.
Oh yeah.
So it's like is it 80s
good
music? Yeah, it's like it's good. It's like Pina coladas. It's like that. It's like,
I would have to ride it again where I'm a little less where I'm more prepared for what's about to happen to me.
It was so funny because we were on the bottom floor, so I think you shoot up first.
Yeah.
And Missy put her arms straight out because I think she was like trying to grab onto something, but there's nothing to grab onto. So
I was not prepared for the first drop.
And then Missy's like, why aren't you warning me? And I'm like, I'm not sure when we're going up and when we're going down. I love it. It's so freaking fun. Guardians is the best ride.
If you are a thrill rider, it's the best ride.
I love dropping. I love when my bum comes off the seat and we hover for a second. I love it.
But I will say Space Mountain was for my guy Milo.
Yeah.
My little guy Milo That's his favorite ride in all of Disney. He talks about it. He thinks about it. As soon as he knew I was leaving, he was like, "You going on Space Mountain?" And I was like, "I'll go, but I would come to Kaitlyn's house the night before because I didn't want to."
There was supposed to be snow.
So I slept the night, and Milo texted me first thing the next morning. We hadn't even left Utah yet.
We were in Utah.
And he's like, "Did you go on Space Mountain yet?" So first day, we rope drop Space Mountain.
Yeah. Me and Milo were like this.
And I ride it for Milo because I love him.
Our guy.
I'm a little bit of a motion sickness friend.
Okay.
Always kind of have been.
Yeah.
And I'm usually pretty okay on thrill rides because I can kind of see what's coming.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like, you know when you're going to go up and over or around the loop. You can see it. But Space Mountain's in the dark.
Yeah.
So you can't see it.
No.
Which is much harder on my my vertigo. Okay, but I will say there was a sneaker ride in there that we hit almost very last. Was it the last ride we went on? Not quite.
It could have been. Yeah, we did not. I have ridden this ride, I think, never stood out, but for some reason, this trip, we were like, that was a bomb ride.
So there's a bunch of little rides in Disney that are not, you can't fast pass them. They're little, there must be original.
Yeah.
So that includes like Peter Pan, Snow White, Pinocchio. There are like lots of little ones.
Yeah.
And the one that's in there is called Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yeah.
And it was so fun.
It is so weird too. The story behind it is so odd.
Yeah. Apparently you're a frog who, I don't know what he does exactly, but he gets sent to jail.
Does he drink and then drives drunk?
Oh, maybe. Because you're in this crazy car going a million miles an hour, feels like.
And
so fast.
Flinging
and
around
weaving.
Corners.
And then the judge says like guilty. And then you get like lots of bangs and booms. And then all of a sudden you're in hell.
Yeah. And you are literally driving through hell and it's hot.
Yeah.
And dark and red and fiery.
And there's lots of little tiny devils.
Like bouncing around. It was so, me and Missy were like, what is going on?
And then you're done.
Yeah.
It's truly a wild ride.
No, they really did know.
And I had a lot of fun on it.
No, we were like, was that actually a good ride? Did we have a good time? And we did. I can confirm we had a great time on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
That was the sleeper ride of the trip.
So we were just giggling about that. And our friends also went on that ride and they were like, oh yeah, that ride. And they literally were like, yeah, you're just a frog and you drink and you get sent to jail and then you go to hell. And we're like, geez.
Whoa, geez.
Kind of dark.
And then they were right. And then it was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Top moments for us.
Oh my gosh.
We had some good luck.
Yeah.
We had some good moments.
So this is kind of niche. And if you're on this side of TikTok and Instagram Reels, you get it.
Yeah.
I am seeing mystery pin packs being opened.
Yeah. Lots of people doing it.
On social media. So, there was a pin pack and it was Disney ducks and it's these like big old ducks and they're like characters. So
it's like a rubber duck dressed up like a character.
Yep. And they're kind of expensive. There's 5 in a pack, but you know me, I can't say no to a mystery pin pack. So I get my first pack and I'm like, oh, this was very fun.
Yeah.
This was,
of course, no duplicates because you own none of them.
Yeah. And then I go to get a second pack and I'm like, there's only one pack because we were
there was only like one pack left. They were going.
Yeah.
People were buying the Disney ducks.
So we're at Downtown Disney and we're in World of Disney and there's one Disney duck pack left. And I looked at Missy and I said, after we're done shopping, if that pack is still there, I'm going to buy it. And so we shopped and we walked around and we went back and then the pack was still there. And we opened it and I got 5 new ducks, no duplicates,
no repeats.
So I bought 2 packs and have 10 individual pins.
Yeah, we're on a freaking high.
We're on a high. So now we only need 6 left, but this third pack, it's like, of course you're going to get duplicates. And we were also scared because we were watching people open Disney ducks on Instagram.
So we go back to our hotel and we're like, let's see.
Yeah.
Like if these are very random,
Yeah.
Or if the packs tend to have the same things. It's like if you get Sorcerer Mickey, you're also getting all these ones.
Because I was opening some pin packs the last time I was there with friends, and they were like the plushy ones.
Yeah.
And they were so random. Like, everyone had such random pins. We did get like a lot of repeats, but since there was like several of us like searching for them, we were just like
but
trading.
No consistency of pin,
no,
who's with who and things. But we were watching people online, and it seemed like the packs pretty much had the same 5 ducks in them. Maybe one was switched out.
Occasionally one was switched out. People were opening the exact same packs as me.
Yeah.
And so I was telling Missy, I'm like, I can't go buy pins because I could get 5 duplicates. Like, it's just like a waste of money.
Yes. But we did know that the pack we were missing probably had Tinkerbell in it.
And
who
you
has
want
wings.
Yeah, and Tinkerbell has wings. So we went to 20th Century. That's on Main Street in Disneyland.
First thing in the morning, we are not even rope dropping yet. We walk into the pin store.
Yep. And I had my girl Missy grabbing packs and feeling for 2 pointy wings.
Yeah.
And even Stuart behind the counter, I gave him a cast compliment for his service. He was grabbing packs too and trying.
We told him that we needed a very specific pack that had
Tinkerbell.
And he's like, I bet you can feel her wings. And so he's grabbing packs.
Yeah.
And he's feeling.
He's feeling too. So I got 2 soldiers feeling for Tinkerbell's wings. And Stuart goes, here she is.
Here she is.
So I buy the pack. I open it. Tell me why I got 5 new pins.
So far we are 15 for 15. No duplicates.
That's
perfect pulls.
It's literally unheard of. So I'm on like an extreme high. So and then Disney does this. They give you 16, but only do 5 per pack.
Right.
So
they're trying to get you.
So I'm not gonna buy a pack of 5 for 1 pin who's hard, and it's Stitch that I need. And so he's like, look in the shadow boxes. So in some of the pin stores around the parks, they have shadow boxes where if you buy a mystery pin, you can open it right there when you buy it and then switch it for a pin that's in the shadow box, so you can for sure get one that you need.
Right.
So we haul our bums over to Tomorrowland.
Yeah, we Space Mountain.
We Space Mountain
On behalf of Milo.
Our king.
And then as we're walking to go get breakfast,
yeah,
there's a pin store that has a shadow box. So we're like, let's just check it.
And guess what was in the shadow box? Stitch.
The one we needed.
I know.
And so it's like, do you buy another pack? What do you do?
And our girl Missy.
I was like, I'm buying a pack. I'm getting that Stitch.
Missy was like wanting me to have them.
I wanted it so bad.
As like the same amount as I wanted it.
And I like the Disney pins. I think they're cute. I'm not a big collector, but they're fun. I like the ones that are like little foods.
Yep, me too.
And so I bought a little pack that had food people.
Yep.
And I traded one of them, and we got Stitch, and we made a perfect 16 set.
That's crazy. That's never happened to me
with
before.
A perfect 3 packs and a find.
I know.
It was very lucky.
That's never happened. Perfect pins.
Perfect pins.
So
it was a great way to kick off our.
We were talking about Stuart the whole trip.
He really came out. He came through for us.
Yeah.
Another one of our top moments was Din Tai Fung.
Yep.
So in downtown Disney, there's a Din Tai Fung. They're not common.
No.
They're in like a couple big cities, but they're like in Asian food. They make a lot of like soup dumplings.
Yeah.
They're well known.
Yeah.
The wait list is long.
Long.
But we wanted to eat there real bad.
Like 300 something minutes long.
Yeah. So after we land in California, Kaitlyn's getting on that wait list.
Yep.
We're not to Disney or anything.
No, we're still at SNA Airport.
We have to get to our hotel,
drop our stuff
and get to downtown Disney. But we got 300 minutes.
Yeah.
We literally arrive at Din Tai Fung, and then it shows that we've been dropped off the wait list.
We're like 100 feet from Din Tai Fung's front door.
Yeah.
And it was like
you've been dropped off the wait list.
Because you took too long.
Yeah.
Because we needed to check in. It gave us like a 15-minute window to check in. And we were like at the other end of downtown Disney.
So it took us a minute to walk there. So we get in the line and we are like, we're just going to tell them we were just on the wait list and we got kicked off.
Yeah. Because we have to wait to be helped. So it's like
we waited in the line to be helped for at least 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe more. And so we just told our little lady, we're like, we were on this wait list for so long and we just got kicked off as we were getting here.
Yeah.
And she finds us.
Yep.
And she says, go on in.
And I was like,
and she's like, go to that wait area inside.
Yeah.
We go. We tell them our name. We don't wait at all.
Straight to the table.
Straight to a table. We have a very delicious dinner. We have soup dumplings. We got noodles. We got
garlic, green
beans.
I'd be thinking about those.
Yeah.
Still.
We share everything. It's freaking delicious.
Yeah.
And we made it in. No waiting.
Nope.
Nothing.
No.
It's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
And we had the best dinner ever.
It was so good. It was so good. We'll post all our little food images. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we took a picture of everything.
Everything. And if not, we can screenshot pictures because we can.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. We started with Din Tai Fung.
Yeah.
Which was so lucky. And then we had pins, which was so lucky.
Yes. It was just feeling like God's favorite. We're God's favorite. All these things are just happening.
Yeah. We were manifesting it to the world.
Yeah.
And it was coming to us.
But I'm excited for this next top moment. Your first time? Yeah, your first time.
My first time on Guardians.
I was giggling.
Caitlyn was laughing at me the whole time because I was so nervous.
And her arms were out front.
Yeah, I was fine. There's nothing to hold on to. Why are they doing that to you? You just like sit in a chair and you're just nothing. You don't even have an armchair, like an armrest.
No, so it's just a little spooky.
And I was unprepared for that first drop. It comes and I am reaching for something to hold on to because it is fast.
I love it. I love it.
Caitlyn laughs at me because I shoot my arms out in front of me. Like, what can I hold on to?
Oh my,
turns out nothing.
No.
Nothing. Your bum lifts up off. Those seatbelts are not holding you firmly. They're giving you some room. So you can hover.
I love it. I love hovering.
And of course you go up and down so many times. I was unprepared.
Yeah.
So that was a highlight.
Yeah, I loved it.
Maybe more for Caitlyn. I was terrified. I understood none of the ride because I was just bracing for impact.
In my mind, I was like, we're having the most fun ever.
And she was like, on this one, we're going to be so chill.
Yeah.
On the picture that it takes. And I was like, oh, I don't know if that's going to happen for me. And then it starts and I was like, I don't know when they take a picture. I don't know what happens. And I am panicked.
Yeah.
But we get our picture.
Yeah.
I look totally cool and collected.
No, truly.
And I was not.
No, she was so chill. The next thing though is we had some rain on our first day.
Yeah.
But Missy is a prepared queen and she had ponchos for us. So we were ponchoing. We were not letting the rain get us down. We were doing all the things.
Yeah.
But then like since we had rope dropped and we also had lightning lane, we were doing stuff.
Like we probably in 3 hours, we did every single lightning lane in Disneyland available to us.
Like if you get there at rope drop and you do lightning lanes, like you can get things done pretty quickly. So by the time I would say the rain was getting pretty crazy, we were talking about leaving anyways.
Yeah. We were like, oh, we could hit another ride or two, but
yeah,
we've done everything big and we've been here all day.
Yeah.
So we could go.
Yeah. So we were so we went and got warm cookies from our Harbor Galley. And they were so yummy.
And I got a nice crispy Coke.
Yep.
And it's just two girls in ponchos in the pouring rain.
I know.
Eating warm cookies.
Disney magic.
It felt magical.
Yeah.
I had my cute little cup.
Yep.
And a nice warm cookie. And we were looking crazy with our ponchos tied very tight around our faces.
It was just so fun because it was like, if this was anywhere else, this would suck. But being rained on at Disney was just like fun and crazy. And like, look at us. We have no kids and we're just chilling.
No one was letting the rain get them down either.
No.
Everyone was just doing their thing.
No, everyone was like, no one was like being like, the rain. Like everyone was just like,
we thought people would leave.
No,
nobody left.
It felt a little crazy.
It was very magical. It was pretty fun.
But this last one, I'm excited for you to tell them.
So At the end of our stay, I was like, I'm going to come back with my kids.
Yeah.
We have planned to come back again this year. Mm-hmm. Magic Keys opened up. They were not available when I was booking to come.
No.
But they opened up.
And they were like, hey, Missy, do you want to take what you've spent on your tickets to be here do you want it to go towards a Magic Key? And then you said,
I do. I was like, it only costs about the same amount to go for 2 more days.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely coming back.
Yeah.
And so I did it.
Yeah, our queen.
I'm now a Disney Magic Key holder.
She is.
It's crazy of me.
I know. That was so crazy of you. But it's just so fun because it's like, you're coming back with your family. And then it's so fun because it's like, okay, well, now we're going back.
Yeah, because me and you both get to go for free. We just
Yeah.
have to get there.
And we, have, Bonvoy apps and all the things. So,
Yeah. Well, and if we didn't want to spend money, we could drive. But
yeah,
we didn't.
we'd be chilling.
We had a very fun time. And then we left knowing we're coming back.
Yeah. And so I think that's the best part of a trip is oh, we'll be back.
Yeah.
It makes it not sad.
No, I was like, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
And I feel like now I've been enough times that I understand all the things.
Yep.
So now I'm much more prepared. I feel like the first time I was a stressed out lady, and now I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. Disney is very overwhelming at first, and then when you go and you're thrown into figuring it out, and then you get it, you're like, oh, this isn't terrible.
Yeah. It's big and it feels crazy.
Yeah.
But I left, and it's been what? We've been home a week?
Yeah.
And I was like, Mitch, did you know that kids' tickets right now are only $50? And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, are we going or what? I was like, it goes to mid-March or something. Yeah. And he's like, you know what? I think we should.
I freaking love Mitch.
And we've been planning to go in November.
Mitch is always down.
And my parents are probably thinking about coming in November. So we knew we were going to go then. Yeah. But I was like, but right now we can get our kids in pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And so Mitch was just like, let's do it.
Ugh,
so
Mitch is the best.
We did it. In one day, we bought plane tickets, reserved a hotel, and got our Disney ticket reservations done.
And she did this in her tub.
I did it while I was soaking in my tub. That's where I get all my big business done. We did it. And now we're going again. And my kids are going to be freaking thrilled.
Our guy Milo. We should take bets on how many times he's going to ride Space Mountain in 2 days.
So many. And I hope that Mitch just goes on all of them. I will go one time with him. And then I will be done. So my kids will be thrilled. We're going to just do 2 Disneyland days. Because California Adventure is mostly more thrill rides.
Yeah. Well, and there's not that many of them.
And my kids aren't quite up to that thrill ride level yet. Yeah. The Incredicoaster's a little intense. Yeah. And Guardians is a little too intense. Yeah. So I'm like, there's 4 rides we're excited about in California. And to get a park hopper, it's to be able to get park hoppers for all 3 of my people, it would have been an extra $250.
It's so crazy.
And I was like, it's worth saving that. Yeah. For this time because it's not that many things. We're going to do 2 Disneyland days.
Yeah. If I had to pick a park, I would always pick probably Disneyland.
Yeah. I think California has some very good ones, but for little kids, a lot less. Yeah. So we're going back. We're going back.
She came back and before it's been a week, she had the whole next trip booked. Hotel, flights, everything.
I used to be the person who's like, who's going to Disneyland this many times a year? Guys, it's me now.
Guilty.
It's me.
Oh, I love it though.
Okay, and we're gonna end with some top purchases.
Yeah, you go first.
We are merch girls.
Oh, I'm a merch girl.
I just love cozy things.
Yeah,
I love fun stuff.
Yeah.
And having someone you can just wander around every single store with is pretty fun.
Except when you lose me, I'm like
I did lose you a couple times. My kids have no patience for that. I tried pushing Ren through some of the stores and she's like, done. Nope. And I'm like, come
Ren,
on.
let me live.
So
Jeez.
Me and Kaitlyn looked at everything.
Oh, I was making mental notes of all the things I wanted.
But ultimately my top purchases.
First one
is Crispy Coke Zero.
Oh, I love it.
I probably drink 3 in the parks, which is pretty low, honestly, for me.
I was like, we need to get that caffeine.
But they're worth it every time.
Yeah, they're crispy.
Oh, that's worth my money every time. Second is I got a Disney jacket that is very cozy.
It's so cute.
It kind of looks like a jersey from behind, but it's a zipper one and has like a Disney D on the front.
I've been wanting one of those. I don't know why I didn't buy one.
I don't have a lot of zip jackets. So sometimes having something you can like throw on that's cozy.
Hear me out.
I love.
One of those, like, it's like not a bra, but it's not a tank top. It's like the in-between things.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That.
Yeah.
With a hoodie zipped up, nothing else.
Yeah.
Coziest thing on the planet. Cozy.
I bring it home and my husband's like, "Ooh, this is nice."
Oh, he'll probably wear it.
Yes, he will. And I'm like, "But that's mine."
Yeah. Pause off, Mitch.
But he wants it.
Ugh. But I do also love Mitch because he's always down.
He's down. And he's not mad about any of it. Like, I could have spent $500 on food and he would have been like, "It's all right. You had a fun time."
Dude, if I've ever talked bad about Mitch, dude, I take it all back.
He's letting me live.
I take it all back.
And then my last thing is I got each of my kids a little something.
Yeah.
I got Milo a Space Mountain keychain.
And did he love?
Oh, he loves. It's in a place of honor in his room. And I got Winnie some little hair clips that are Mickey Mouse.
Did she like?
Yes, we've already worn them a couple times.
Oh, cute.
We hunted for a while to find the right things.
Yeah, because she didn't want to bring. She's like, I have a carry-on. I'm not trying to bring back full-on toys or plushies.
Yeah, so I just need something small,
yes,
but good.
Yeah,
and we did it, and my kids were so happy.
And it took you both days.
I did. I didn't decide till like the end of the second day.
Okay, my purchases.
Pins. First pins.
It was the Disney ducks for real. It was the Disney ducks for real. But then you have them and you're like, oh man, I spent kind of quite a bit on this. So,
but it's a complete set.
And I honestly did it in the best way.
It was so fun.
3 packs and then a friend helping me.
I was so invested in it, and I have nothing.
That's
to
like
show,
the nicest thing
care.
A friend could do is like be invested in something that you're loving at the moment.
I was so pumped.
So that was very fun for me. And then okay, so I'm gonna say 2 more things. Jeez, because I am a merch girl.
Yeah.
I had a Disney gift card, and I was like, what am I gonna? I was like, I'll probably buy pins, but of course I didn't. And so I had it, and it was like when we were leaving, I got the cutest little Mickey bag hugger guy.
Yeah, he is cute.
And he has like blush pink on his cheeks.
His head's kind of extra big.
Yeah, and then so I have a bagoo. He like literally fits perfectly on the bagoo strap, and then he just like holds on.
He's so cute.
It's like a bag guy.
Yeah.
So I spent my gift card on that. So he was free. Girl math.
Free.
And then something I bought that I loved and I was thinking about both days.
You considered it for a long time.
There's a Space Mountain crew neck with Mickey and Minnie on the front.
And it's your color blue.
And there's like a big moon on it. It's royal blue. And on the back, Donald and Goofy are like losing their minds. Like, it's so cute. It's honestly, cute. I feel like Milo should get one when he goes. And then we could match.
Yeah. He would love it. But he's just growing out of everything.
I hate that.
Kids and growing.
That's so annoying.
He's at the stage where he's eating me out of my house already. Last night, he ate a full dinner.
Oh.
And then he ate 3 snacks, a smoothie, and a popsicle, and was still hungry. And I'm like, it's bedtime.
You have to go to bed. That's so funny.
So I can't commit to clothes for him yet.
No, that's
but
so
he
true.
would have loved it. It's so cute.
Yeah.
That was our Disney trip.
Guys, can you just tell by like us yapping about it how freaking fun it was? Jeez.
It was so slick. And the thing is, we both were like, I'm feeling kind of done. Should we go back and like
chill?
Rot
on the bed?
Yeah. I was always like, I brought my book and I'm like, I'm going to read. No, we just both laid silently on our separate beds and scrolled.
It was so great. It's so fun to have a friend who just likes to do the same exact things.
We were like, we want to go back.
It was like blowing my mind.
And we just want to chill.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Oh, I have to report that my new Hokas freaking pulled through for me.
No heel problems.
I only had one little blisty on one of my toes. And that's really just in my toes squish each other, and
Yeah.
not because of the Hokas.
Yeah.
Because last time when I wore my like Pumas or whatever, every single toe had a blister. Plus, I had some like on my heels.
Oh my gosh.
I was in big trouble last time.
And you had 3 days.
Yeah.
Of Disney.
And my feet were killing me. And this time, my feet were like, oh, maybe a little tired.
Isn't it so crazy how like a good pair of tennis shoes just has got you right?
They changed my life.
No, I know. I'm a Hoka girl. I've been a Hoka girl for years.
Yeah. Well, you're so right. And now I'm going to wear them for the rest of my life because they pulled through.
Now that you have them and then like your feet were literally taken care of, the price doesn't sound so crazy anymore.
No, it feels totally affordable.
Do you know what I mean? Like at first you're like, okay, for example, some Hokas are like 140, some are 160. Yeah. They can get crazy. So I'm like 140, oh, that's kind of crazy. And then you wear them and they're wonderful and your feet are literally just fine. And you're like, 140 is not bad. I'll take another.
Yeah. Well, now I want to send my husband to that store and be like, you need good shoes.
Yeah.
Because he's wearing Vans. Which have no support in them.
I would probably look at the bottom of my feet and see black and blue bruises.
Yeah, it's not enough support. He brought 2 pairs of shoes last time we went so he could swap.
Yeah.
So the next day he wore his like Nikes, which have a little more support in them. But still, it's not enough. I want him to go and get them too.
Because he'll wear them. Because you guys do like Lagoon and other things and walking around places.
Yeah, he might not get as much out of them as me. But if we're going to go to Disney, he needs some better shoes.
Yeah. You please report back on our guy, Mitch.
I know. I don't know if I can convince him to go to that store or if I just need to like order some and be like, I got you these good shoes.
Yeah.
Please wear them.
No, for real.
Oh, we had the best time.
The best time. And we have pictures to prove it. So we'll post on IG.
Yeah. We had a good enough time that sometimes we forgot to take pictures of ourselves.
We weren't even like, normally I'm a picture girl, but we were just like bopping around. We were just having a great time. That I wasn't even taking pictures because I was chilling so hard.
Yeah. And the only thing I took pictures of is food mostly.
And I was like, okay, let's get a picture of us. And then we got it and we documented it. And I thought to myself, okay, that's perfect.
Okay, how about the rest of our life updates? So we did Disney, but what else have we been doing?
I went to Amsterdam for 2 days.
That's crazy of you.
Yeah. So we had some standby tickets and we were like, we'll go to Amsterdam. And I actually have a YouTube video about it. So if you want to go watch it, it's the Friel family YouTube channel, Friel. And then, yeah, so we just documented that. We flew 1 whole day, spent 2 whole days there, and then flew 1 whole day back. So it was like a 4-day trip, but 2 days in the land.
The crazy part is that since you fly standby, you don't totally know that you're making it.
No, so I didn't think I was going. I swore I was going to Boston. Like my mind was just like, no, you're not going to Amsterdam. You're going to go to Boston.
Yeah, well, so, when you told me, you're like, we're going to try and go to Amsterdam, but if we can't get on that flight, we're just going to pick another flight and go somewhere else.
Yeah. So Boston
and I was like, that is crazy.
No, that is crazy. So plan B was Boston. And I had started researching things for Boston. So that's why I thought to myself, like, oh, I'm going to go to Boston. Because it's like,
yeah, what are the odds we're getting on this?
No, for real.
Free flight to Amsterdam?
It was a blast. You can watch the video if you like want to know all the things that we did. I tried a hot stroop waffle for my girl Missy. She said,
that's what you got to get.
One day it was cold and I said, no, this needs to be hot. So we found another place. So that was like a highlight for me. It was finding a hot stroop waffle. My brother turned 40. So we went to Jackson Hole and it was -20, like so cold. We did that. And then me and Missy went to Disney. And then the next thing on the books for Kala and I we're going to London.
Yeah, you've already traveled so much and it's February.
Kala told me about this app where you can like track the flights you've been on in a year.
Oh, that's going to be a lot.
It's called Flighty. And I've already been 11,596 miles. So that's 0.5 times around the world.
And that's in like a month.
Yeah, that's January. So
that doesn't even include your London trip.
No, so I'm excited. So we're flying standby a lot. So it's fun. We're like, I think that's like our 2025 is going to be like a lot of like new places.
Yeah. Well, and then you come home from London and you have another Disney trip with friends.
Yep. For our birthday trip. So funny funny. So when me and my friends went back in March, we got tricked into getting the magic keys because they're like,
same as me.
Yep, same thing. Do you want to put this money towards a magic key? And we were like, yes, please. And so we all looked at each other and we're like, okay, well, we'll for sure get our money's worth if we come back next March for our birthday trip.
Yeah.
Not knowing we were going to come like a million more times before that.
Yeah,
so
you've gone a few times with them.
before our pass expires, we're going to go do another birthday trip. And then I think all of us are going to renew. So
you got to renew for me.
Oh, I know. So because it's like, it's cheaper that way to renew, because if I have been buying tickets, I would have like honestly bought like 3 Disney passes by now.
Yeah.
For the price
So
of
it's
it.
been worth your money. Plus it also saves you some money.
Yeah.
On like merch and food.
Yeah.
Like I think just with my food, like just my drinks.
Yeah.
You probably saved me $2 each drink, $6 just in drinks.
Yeah.
And we spent money on food and got discounts on every single bit of it.
And so that's what.
And your pin pack saved you like $8 a pin pack every time.
Yeah. So for you'll be doing that for your family when you go.
Yeah.
You'll just be buying everything.
So I'm like, yes, it makes up for costs of tickets, but also you do get some discounts that are nice.
Yeah.
We got a popcorn bucket with $2 refills.
Yes. So there's like perks of having a magic key at the parks. And so one of the perks while we were there was if you buy this special magic key popcorn bucket, you could get $2 refills. So we were doing that. That was super fun. But yeah, that's my life update.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
My life has been less exciting. Mostly because January just means like back to regular life.
Yeah. After the holidays.
Yeah. January, it felt a little more fun because we had a Disney trip built in there.
Yeah.
But in general, January's been January.
Yeah. It's
but
long.
We did have a wild week last week.
Yeah, you did.
So it was my little girl's birthday. She turned 4.
Yeah.
And Thursday it's on a Thursday. So I was like, we have regular life. We've got school where she needed to bring a little treat. So I had made cute little cake pops.
I love it.
She went to school. She had told me at first the only thing she wanted was to go to Nana's house. That's my mom. They're besties.
I love it.
So we go over to my mom's house, and my mom and dad literally planned all of her favorite things.
Oh,
my dad took a half day. They put balloons and streamers.
That's so cute.
They had a little platter of all of her favorite foods, like a Kinder Egg, a strawberry push pop,
Oh my.
Dorito, Cool Ranch,
Our queen.
Swedish fish, and Tootsie Rolls. They like all of her favorite things on a little platter.
That is so cute.
Mom got stuff to do painting. They literally she just did everything she ever wanted.
That sounds like a better birthday than I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, she's a spoiled girl. There's a reason that she loves to be at Nana and Papa's house. It's because she just gets everything she ever wanted.
That's so cute.
But we didn't have big plans for the end of that day, really. She chose that she wanted to go to Cracker Barrel, which is my kid's favorite restaurant in the whole world. We eat there a lot.
That's so funny.
And so we invited my parents, Nana and Papa, to come. And so we get in the car to go. And one of my tires, after I get out of my neighborhood, it's like one of your tires is at like 17. And my other ones are at like 37.
That's crazy.
So I was like, ugh. So I'm like, but I'll pull into Discount Tire because it's right here.
Yeah.
And they do free tire checks. So I pull in and I was like, this back tire says it's way low. And he's like, oh, it might mean you have like a leak or something.
Jeez.
And then he looks at it and says, you want to get out for a minute? And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
There's an Allen wrench stuck in my tire. It's like the short end punctured into the tire. I don't know how this happened.
No.
But it had to have happened sometime between my coming home from my parents and leaving for dinner.
That's so crazy.
And so we're like, okay, so we're gonna have to replace that tire. He's like, I think it's probably punctured all the way through. It's gonna need a new tire.
Jeez.
Luckily, the car's new enough. We only had to replace one instead of all 4.
Yeah.
Because we have a 4-wheel drive, which means you usually have to replace all 4.
Ay.
That's like $800 easy.
Yeah, you gotta save for that.
So we're just like, okay, can you pump it up and we're gonna take it home and switch cars because we're supposed to be at Ren's birthday dinner.
Yeah.
We take it home, we switch cars, we go to dinner, we come home, and in the amount of time we've been gone, an hour, it's flat.
Jeez.
Before it was like still pumped up a little.
Yeah.
Not anymore. So me and Mitch are like, do we change the tire or do we blow it up and try and like drive it back to Discount Tire because we have to get it fixed?
Yeah.
Our car doesn't come with a spare tire.
That's like a Tesla. Teslas don't come with spare tires.
It comes with the tire repair kit, an emergency repair kit.
Okay.
So it was like you could like patch up the hole and all the things.
Is there like a spot for the tire?
There could be. You'd have to change some things, apparently.
Okay.
And I thought it was underneath the van.
Me too.
And it's not.
Oh. News to me.
I know. So we were like, okay, guess that's not an option. So we just pump our tire up. We have a little portable air compressor.
Oh, love.
I think that I recommended it for our Christmas wish list.
Yeah, you did.
And it is coming in clutch, let me tell you. We used it to pump our tire up.
Love.
And we just drove like hell to get to Discount Tire. We're like, we just got to drive there before we lose all the air.
Yeah.
We were prepared to have to stop at like midway at Target and pump it up again. But it made it.
Okay.
So we get the car there. We get it home. Next day, fixed.
Love.
But weird. Ren's birthday party is going to be Saturday morning. Saturday at like midday.
Yep.
I wake up Saturday morning in a lot of pain.
Real early,
like 4:30.
That's not a good sign.
And I have like an aching in my back, and I'm like, it almost feels like a cramp, but it's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I writhe around in pain for about an hour and a half.
That's crazy of you. You're tough.
Because I'm like, I don't know what this is. I kept being like, maybe it's a muscle and I have to be in the right position, or I just kept telling myself like it's not that bad. But it got bad enough that I was like, I think I have to go to the ER.
That's crazy because you're tough.
So I wake Mitch up at 6 and I'm like, I'm not doing good. I'm like, I have this pain. I think it's probably a kidney stone.
That's crazy.
Because it was like pain in my back right below my ribs.
Okay.
And it kind of gave me like an urgency to pee, but I never had pee because I'd gone so many times.
Yeah.
I was like, something's up. So I was like, I think it's a kidney stone.
Yeah.
And so I called my dad at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. Poor guy. And I'm like, Dad, I need someone to take me to the ER.
Yeah.
Let's be noted that I live 2 minutes from a hospital, and that is not in my network. So I got to drive 20 minutes to the hospital that is in my network. Well, I wait. Dad's like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
He's good and reliable. He's going to be there for you.
And he's got the heat seater on.
And he turned my seat heater on.
That's so cute.
I get in the car after I literally could not stop moving because I hurt so bad. Like I had to keep rocking because I like couldn't just sit with it. It was miserable. He picks me up. He turns the seat heater on. We get driving.
Yeah.
And about midway, I start feeling a little bit of relief. And I'm like, man, this seat heater is really doing it. He drops me off and I go inside to check in and I'm feeling better.
Weird.
But my husband had a kidney stone before and he got feeling a little better and then it got way worse.
That's weird.
So I was like, I'm going in.
Yeah.
I got a birthday party to get to. So it's like probably 6:20, 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Luckily, I'm the only person in that ER.
Bless.
So I get in very quickly. And she's like, we got to get a urine sample. I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, I'm feeling some relief. Like, I'm feeling better. So I go and give a urine sample. And guess what?
Kidney stone.
I caught that kidney stone. And I was like, I thought it was a kidney stone, but I'm pretty positive it was because look. And she's like, wow, people don't usually pass them in the hospital. Usually we like send people home and they have to like, wait for it to happen.
Yeah. Do you get to keep it?
Yep, I have it.
No way.
Yeah. And so of course they like do some testing on like making sure like I don't have an infection.
What does it look like?
It just looks like a little rock.
Like gray?
Gray brown.
That's so
just
crazy.
Like a little rock.
Okay.
Like a pebble. Small pebble.
That's so weird.
And it literally rocked my world that morning. So I'm literally fine now in the hospital.
Healed.
So I get all checked out. We're out of there by 7:30.
Yeah.
I may be home by 7:30. I was there not that long because I got better.
That's crazy. Healed.
Which is annoying because it's like if I could have toughed it out for another hour, I wouldn't have had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
It's fine. I get home. I nap. Thinking it's Ren's birthday. I got to get up and I got to get going.
Yeah.
Mitch texts me at 9:30. Ren threw up.
Our birthday girl.
Our birthday girl.
Oh,
and you can't You can't take a throw uppy kid to a birthday.
No.
Especially her own. You feel so bad.
Yeah.
She's so sad. She's telling me my birthday party.
Oh, that's so sad.
So we moved the birthday party.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We're bummed. But we get a spot. The place lets us move her party very thankfully.
Oh, good.
Friends can still come. It's just now 2 weeks after her birthday. Which feels silly, but we did it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a wild weekend between a flat tire, a kidney stone, and having to reschedule a birthday party.
And this is like the kidney stone and birthday party stuff's all in one day. And I'm texting Missy like, look what I found at Costco. And she's like, that's awesome. Little do I know, like, she's lived 2 lives in one day. And I'm like, just, you know. So that was kind of
wild. So we took a very easy weekend.
Yeah.
I read 2 full books.
Dude, you're like at 7 books now.
I literally did nothing all day on Saturday and Sunday, and I just read.
I love it.
And we took it easy.
I love those kinds of
Luckily,
days.
everybody's feeling better, doing better.
Yeah.
It seemed fluky. Like, I don't think we got the stomach flu. I just think it was fluky.
Yeah.
And now we're into February.
And we're here.
Yeah. And we don't have big February plans.
Yeah.
We have Valentine's Day, but me and Mitch are not like crazy Valentine's people.
Yeah.
We're going to like buy some heart-shaped pizzas from Papa Murphy's and maybe have a heart-shaped candlelit dinner with our kids at home.
I love it.
Maybe I'll make some fun drinks.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy and fun.
Yeah, and that's about it. February does not have a lot. And then March, we're going to go to Disneyland.
I love it. I think that
crazy
sounds
like that.
Like the best time.
I know. So that's our life updates. You're just traveling and I'm just surviving with my people.
But we still have one more thing to talk about, and that's influence you.
Yeah. And mine is directly related to our Disney trip. And it is MQ motion sickness patches.
And they work.
I swear they work.
Oh.
I don't know if it's just because you just think you're wearing something so it's going to make you feel better.
But you kind of forget about it.
Yes,
so.
I do. They come in 2 packs and you put one like behind your ear and one on your navel. So like in your belly button, close to your belly button.
Oh, okay.
I kind of put it like going in.
Okay.
Especially because I have a deep belly button.
Okay.
Other people could probably put it in there just fine.
Okay.
And I swear it helps. It doesn't fully eliminate all of it.
Yeah.
But I swear it helps.
Jeez.
And I have used them for both Disney trips. I've used them driving, flying. And I think they take the edge off.
I think it's working because like you never complained while we were
and I didn't
Disney
ever
stuff.
feel terribly motion sick.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we'd get off something and I'd be like, I gotta let my like brain come back to normal.
Yeah.
Part of it has to do with my inner ears.
Okay.
Apparently they're a weird shape.
Whoa.
It's very annoying. I've had kind of ear troubles for a long time. But that's part of why I get motion sick is just because my inner ears are doing weird things.
That's
so after we dropped a couple times on that one, I was like, I need to like recenter my head.
My brain.
My ears are like unsure about what's just happened to me.
No, they're like, are we on the ground? Yes or no?
But I swear they work. If you have motion sickness and you need a little something to take the edge off, I know there's lots of different things. People have like, there's ones that go around your wrist and there's pressure points. I've looked at all the things.
Okay.
And these work pretty good for me.
Okay.
So I like them.
Mine is a book, but I've talked about this book. I've actually shared it in a recent episode, but it's Beg, Borrow, and Steal by Sarah Adams, and it's the 3rd book in like this little, what's it called?
Like a trilogy, but you don't have to read them in order, right?
You don't have to read them in order, but I would if I were you, because it's going to talk about people's relationships, and that's how you find out about them is per book.
Yeah.
So the first book is When in Rome. The second book is Practice Makes Perfect, which went viral, so I feel like people learned about that book first. But When in Rome, when I suggest it to people, they're always like, this book is so cute. They're always a fast read. They're not long at all. Like, I think it never takes me longer than 2 days. So
Okay, so they're pretty fast, fun.
Yep. When in Rome, Practice Makes Perfect, and Beg, Borrow, and Steal.
Rom-com books?
Yes. And there's going to be a 4th book. And I'm so excited about it. It's like my favorite books. Like if I'm ever in a reading slump, I'll always read a Sarah Adams book because it's rainbow, sunshine's happy. Like there can be a little bit of a sad part, but like it always like you feel better very fast after.
Yeah.
So
It's like a quick, fun,
yep.
remember why you love to read kind of
Yeah.
book.
And the Beg, Borrow, and Steal, she normally is like not spicy at all, like, or it's like behind closed doors, so like it
Okay.
alludes to whatever.
Maybe 1 or 2 on the spice scale.
Like 0.5.
Okay, so barely
But
spicy.
Beg, Borrow, and Steal is her first book where like it does have spice. So
Okay.
I will say,
So maybe a 1.
yeah,
Maybe a 2.
maybe 2 for Beg, Borrow, and Steal. I don't know. I don't really know
Okay.
like how.
So if you're fully not into that kind of thing.
Yeah, then maybe don't read Beg, Borrow, and Steal. But every other book of hers will be like totally clean, awesome. But
It's not smut.
yeah, but if you're like, ooh, I like a little bit. But the thing is, even if you do like reading smut type books, I think how she writes about the characters like falling in love is like,
It's pretty fun.
I'm hooked.
Yeah, I love that.
I love it. So anyways, she's my favorite. I read Beg, Borrow, and Steal, and it was so cute. I loved every second of it. So I just wanted to tell you about that book. So if you want,
I love a good book, right?
so if you need something fluffy and wonderful to read, I will say that's probably the saddest one out of all of them, because like both characters are going through something.
Yeah.
But they have each other, and it's like, and it doesn't make you feel down.
Yeah.
So I love.
something like that just to keep me going.
Guys, thanks for letting us yap about our Disney trip.
Yep. And remember, you can find us and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Vibe Providers Pod.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time. I'm Missy.
I'm Kaitlyn.
Bye.
Bye.